Hi, this is Brian from BuyHerePayHereCarLots.net. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about the used car crunch. The used car crunch, as a seasoned car dealer for over 33 years, I'm finding it very difficult to maintain inventory levels. Prices are also very high. Even in a depressed economy that has seen many of my colleagues fade away and disappear, prices are probably the main reason why. Prices impact small business and the small business guy like me very harshly. At Main Street Motors, we rely on auto auctions to provide the bulk of our inventory. When the cash of inventory is expensive and limited, it causes us to raise our prices on our vehicles. The result of this is more cost to the little guy who comes on the lot looking for something inexpensive for his son, his daughter, his wife, or even himself. We are a dealer that specializes in the second car, or the car that's for the first-time driver. These vehicles are typically older and therefore less costly for the family. However, recent trends in the used car business have made this type of vehicle very difficult to obtain. What we used to sell for $2,500 is now $3,500. And we are cutting into our profit margin to make these cars more affordable. It is hard for an established dealer to reinvent the way he does business. This is why many of my contemporaries have gone out of business, either voluntarily or sadly otherwise. Reasons for this can be attributed to the general economic malaise brought on by this current administration in Washington. Stifling regulations regarding lending have damaged the new car and late model used car business. Money just doesn't flow to the consumer the way it should. Banks are afraid to lend, and this impacts the small guy like me because when fewer people trade in a vehicle, there are less vehicles to pick from. Also contributing to the higher cost of used vehicles is the so-called Cash for Clunkers program. The U.S. government subsidized customers for as much as $4,000 if they traded in an older car for a new, energy-efficient one. The catch here was that the requirement that these clunkers had to be junked. Tens of thousands of useful cars had to be scrapped. This further depleted inventories of older cars that were perfectly sound and could be resold. This was a misguided program and a temporary fix at best, and it really hurt used car dealers like me. We need a government that is responsive to business, a government that will listen to business concerns as well as the consumers. I will paraphrase the old adage, because it's so appropriate here. The road to ruin is paved by good intentions. Thanks. This is Brian from BuyHerePayHereCarLots.net.